I think. Okay, we can read through this one. In case you didn't watch State of the Game, right? Just in case. So yeah, Battle for DC, basically World War 5 with the new Stronghold, right? We get an apparel event, Invasion Battle of DC. Special event will last for 4 weeks, where players can get special event caches. Contains cool new outfits and other things like cool emotes. You can also get masks. Everybody will get one special event cache for free in the first week, just so like everybody gets something on the silver plate, so you don't have to work for it actually. So as long as you log in, you will get something, right? So everybody will be happy. Guess that's good. As long as you log in before Thursday, Year 1 pass owners get 3 additional free caches when they log in during the event. Why are you guys now they don't have the Year 1 pass, huh? I'm getting free caches, man, for free, huh? Then there will be ways to gain more free caches, like specific projects that you can finish. Special event caches don't have any duplicates. I guess that's good. It shouldn't be too hard to get them. Do I dare to click this? Oh, not bad. This looks like Siege, dude. Dude, the second I looked at this, I was like, okay, this is some Siege skins. I don't know. I mean, I guess they don't look too bad. Kind of like that one. Yes, as soon as I saw that one, I was just thinking about Siege. Some masks. Bug fixes to the crafting station. Okay, so the sensitivity slider. What can I göra för dig? What can I göra för dig? What the fuck? Okay. You will get a sensitivity slider for when you zoom in. So I guess that's a sensitivity slider for the scope. I don't know why my phone randomly like starts up like that. So field of view slider as well. That's gonna be actually pretty cool. Interesting to see how much we can do with that. Actually really surprised they added a field of view slider. But I think the field of view you have in Division 2 compared to Division 1, they're quite, like it's way more zoomed in Division 2, right? And I think most of the people prefer the Division 1. So I guess, yeah, with a field of view slider, you could probably tweak it. Balancing changes. Here is where it gets fun, guys. So it's early in the life circle, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of talk about PvP. This update will not focus specifically on PvP balances. So that's something that I missed. You've probably seen a few tweets from me, but I thought like that they had PvP in mind, but I guess they didn't really. Like they did a few tweaks with that in mind, but barely anything. So that's apparently coming later, which I think is quite a huge mistake. Like they need to make a PvP patch as soon as possible before all the people leave the game. Because right now the PvP it's not good at all. Like, I mean, for fuck's sake, you can free shot with a vector. I mean, what is that? Free shot with a vector, dude, like, come on. But anyway, so Model 700 got nerfed. As the same thing with the MK17. Definitely the Model 700 needed a nerf. Will that be enough? Most likely not, but it was definitely too strong. MK17, yeah, it was the strongest rifle, but I think the rifles should actually gotten buffed. The other rifles should have gotten buffed. Maybe like tune down the MK a little bit, but just reducing the MK, I don't think that's the right way. Like I would have seen all the other rifles to be tuned up, but that's obviously more work. But I think in terms of balancing, they would probably be good. Crit damage and headshot damage will be lowered across all existing gear. So if you have equipment with these stats on, they will be different when you log in on Friday. So that's headshot damage nerf, by the way. I do agree with crit damage, crit chance, crit damage. Definitely should get a little bit tweaked. But once again, headshot damage is gonna get lowered. Like, it just reminds me so much about Division 1, dude. Like, first patch and they already lowering headshot damage. Like, come on, man. Like, with such simple gunplay, such a stationary game, and then on top of that, they're lowering headshot damage, and we still have a headshot PvP multiplier. used to be, I think it's 0.9. I checked it in the beta fast, so I'm not sure if that's correct. But I think that's where it's at in normalized. Maybe it's still 1.8. But still, like having such a... Like even having a headshot multiplier in PvP, stationary PvP, super easy gunplay, like barely any recoil, and then still on top of that they want to lower that. Like, dude, that's not right. But anyway, that's what they believe is right, so yeah. Safeguard talent will get the internal cooldown so that it can't be up all the time, which I think it's kind of wrong. Like, I don't like to see any internal cooldowns at all, actually. Because I think it's better to tweak the stats that it gives you. In my opinion, Safeguard just gives you way too much healing, and it was way too long duration. So instead of putting an internal cooldown, you just lower the percentage, right? Like from 150 to 100%. From 75 to 50. And then lower like the duration. But instead, they put a cooldown there. Which I think I read... I don't know if I read something, but yeah, I think it's gonna be quite long. And that will just add even more. Like, you need to... Like, if you play the game a lot, I don't think you will bother too much. But I mean, if you're... Like, I'm looking at a perspective from a new player. Like, he's not going to be able to see if he can get the Safeguard talent or not. Like, that's going to be confusing. Like, confuse a lot of people. It's just internal cooldown. I don't think that's good. But they did say that they wanted a Safeguard talent to be for a healer. To kill an NPC and then have a threshold to heal. So I guess with that intent, then sure, I mean, I can buy it. But anyway, I don't think internal cooldown is the way to go. Having tons of talent with internal cooldown, it's gonna be a lot of shit to keep track of. Like, oh, I killed the NPC now. Oh, I didn't get the heal. I didn't get the heal buff. Oh, I was 1 second off from getting the heal buff. Oh, fuck, dude. It's just gonna create a lot of frustrating moments, I think, for a lot of players. Then we have the Demolitionist talent, Crisis Respawns. I think I may have something to do with this talent. But anyway, when armor breaks, you replenish your ammo, right? We'll also get an internal cooldown. So that's one way they're trying to nerf the Vector meta, which won't really do anything. So the fact that, like, the thing is, the Vector build, especially, yeah, the version I did, it's supposed to be at 0 armor, right? 0 armor. That's where you're the most efficient. That's why you spec everything into HP in that version. So then you get a lot of use of Crisis Respawns, right? So much talking, dude. So you'll get a lot of use of Crisis Respawns. Obviously, the Vector have a mag problem. And that was like the problem I had in the beginning. Then I checked through the specializations. And then I was like, yeah, okay, that's a pretty good talent, right? What if this talent could actually proc every time I go down to 0 armor? That would be insane. So how I thought this would work from the beginning before I tested it, because yeah, this was like all the way back in the beta and like when we saw the specialization trees, right? Is that when you go from 100% armor down to 0, you would get a refill of the mag. But if you go from 0 armor to 2% armor and then back down again, you wouldn't get it. That's what I think, like how it should work. But that's not how it works. So you go down to 0% armor, then you get the refill. You go up to 1% armor and then down again to 0 armor, you get it again, which is kind of broken. So I mean, they will have an internal cooldown on that, which could be fine if this cooldown is not too long. But if this is like a 20, 30 or 60 seconds cooldown, I think it's just way too long. Because I do agree you shouldn't get this every fight, like more than once. But I think you should get it like every fight. Like you go and fight one guy, bam, it procs, and then you can't proc it again until the next fight, which could be in like 20 or 30 seconds or whatever. But if it's like a 1 minute cooldown, you're always gonna be like, okay, I proc'd it before. Let's check. Yeah, okay, I have 15 seconds before I can get it. Okay, let's stay in cover. 10 seconds. Yeah, I can't push now. Oh, now I got it. Oh, no, I got down to 0 armor 1 second before, you know? So, I mean, I think it's reasonable as long as the internal cooldown is not too long. But then again, like looking at this, they're with these two nerfs, they are trying to somewhat change the meta a bit. I thought that was what I said, right? But as I said, it's not a PvP patch, but that's like their intent. But this doesn't change anything at all. This changes nothing at all. Because most guys that play this build, they will play a shield. Like the current meta right now, it's a shield, it's a defender drone, right? Both of those, right? So basically you click Q, you press E, you get a defender drone, you get the shield, then you just go in and face tank. You just hold down mouse 1 and you fire. Then you shot all the bullets, then you press R, you reload. No, I don't even think you have to do that. You don't even press R. It reloads for you automatically, right? Let's just go and showcase how most people play it. Not everyone, but most of the people I run into skirmish, that's how I see them play it. Which is still really strong. I'm not saying like it's the wrong way. Like you can play it however you want. This is a way safer way to play the build. Right? So you press Q, right? Press Q, press E, hold, like you can hold mouse 2, it's not like you don't have to do it, but you can do that, and then you hold mouse 1. You shoot the target, you just hold mouse 1, right? You don't even let go, you just hold both of the buttons, right? And then you aim. So how is the safeguard talent nerf? It's gonna make it, yeah, sure, a little bit weaker, but it's not that big of a deal. But how is like crisis response gonna nerf this? It's gonna do nothing. The only thing it does is to like make the high risk high version, the high risk high reward version, like way worse though, or kind of worse. That's like, the thing is, I already talked to the dev, right? And I even before I made the build, I sent him the script, I sent him the idea, sent him everything, even before, like 2 days before I like posted the video, right? I already told him, you should probably look into this is gonna be fucking broken, blah, blah, blah. So, what was I gonna say? So much talking, dude. So little preparation. But yeah, anyway, it won't stop the meta. That's basically what I'm saying. The only thing it feels like it's that he targeted the way I did it, because that's what it said in my script that I did send to him, right? But then again, I talked to him again, and this is not a PvP focused patch, and yeah, PvP focused patch, or like PvP balancing is coming later. But still, like, it intentionally, like, it pissed me off because they're just nerfing the way I play it, but the way most of the people play the meta, it's not getting touched basically. But yeah, I guess that's it. And a lot of people think that I only play this build or whatever, but I just been lazy not making builds, and I'm barely PvP. I mean, I don't mind if this shit get nerfed, like I just play something else. It's a cool build and all, but I mean, I can just play something else, dude. Appreciate the prime. Then they changed the sniper turret, completely reworked. You will have a button above an enemy, and the turret will then shoot the NPC, and it will automatically track it. Like, the sniper turret was really clunky right now, super clunky. So I guess, yeah, with this change, it could actually be useful when the shot will go headshot or weak point. Yeah, so changes to that. Chem Launcher. Always been awkward though, but the way I do use it, like, I have it on instant cast, so I really haven't been, like, I don't even notice that it's clunky, right? Because 99% of the time I just press like this, press one button, it puts it on the floor. When you shoot it though, it's super awkward. So that's getting changed. Firefly, I don't even know what, like, Firefly is such a cool skill, dude, but I feel like it's completely useless. Unless it can be good in, like, the raid, I don't know. Skill mods have been revamped. That's good, because they were, like, you can't go skill power right now in Walter 4, so I guess the changes to that will be good for Walter 5. The bonus you get from the skill mods correlate now with the amount of skill power required to unlock them. They're now within the bounds of the skill power that you can get on your gear, and they also change the amount of skill power that you get on your gear. So even when you have less skill power on your gear, when you log in on Friday, don't panic, you may be able to unlock a lot of mods you could before. So that's good with the changes like that. It's gonna be interesting when you can actually do more stuff with skill power. Then we have something else that I kind of reacted to. Like, the thing is, I went into State of the Game. I did tune in pretty late, so I did miss a lot of stuff they said. That's why you saw some special tweets, I guess. So they did change weapon mods. As of now, the weapon mods always have a positive or negative aspect on them. But that meant was... Anyway, right now they have plus and minus. And they are adding mods that give you only a plus attribute, but it will be lower. You will get the lower then, but it's only gonna be a plus. For example, I don't know. You get. I guess the crit chance muscle is a good example. You get 20% crit chance, but you get rid of 10% rate of fire. Then maybe you can get another muscle that would give you 5% crit chance, but you don't lose any value, right? For example, that's kind of the change. So there will be at least one mod everywhere, as far as I know, that give you +1. That give you a positive attribute. And then you still have the normal one with plus and minus you could choose from. That's basically what I understood. All weapon mods got new values, new positives, more in line with what they would do in real life. Okay. What is real life, guys? Also have lower values since they don't have their drawbacks anymore. Only time there are negative ones now on the weapon mods is when there are multiple mods like magazines. One of them will have a higher positive value, but also some negative values, yeah. For every slot, there's a mod for every type of stat that has no negative values. Exactly. Now we can choose the mods you want to use, and that should be also more fun. I guess that's fine. Like, I thought they would I thought they would completely take away the plus and minus you would get on one, so I was like super fucking mad, because that takes a lot away of the RPG elements, in my opinion. Because with a plus and minus value, you can, for example, if you want to go a lot of accuracy, you can just do that. Right? Let me... Like, if you want to go a lot of accuracy right now, you can just... Let's say I only care about accuracy. I can go 20 accuracy there. I'll lose damage to elite, not that much though. I can go accuracy here, but I lose 8% stability. Like, that's kind of a trade-off, right? Same with the... Well, where's the scope? Same on the scope. I could go accuracy but lose like 15 optimal range, or like 20 accuracy and lose 10% crit chance. Like, there's quite some trade-offs, and I actually do like that a lot. Like, you have to choose where you want to go with the build. If you want to spec everything into accuracy, you give up a lot of other stats. You want to spec everything to stability, you're gonna give up stuff, right? So they still have that left, but they will add one mod that have a plus stat only, but it's gonna be way less, which is good. Other changes: sharpshooter signature weapon has a faster lock. So if you had a feeling that you often missed a shot with a signature weapon, this should be addressed. Yeah, so basically the 50 cal. Yeah, you see the bloom, right? It's hard to see. I think they should color that. But the 50 cal bloom is takes super long. Even if you like shoot a bullet, like bam, you zoom out and then you shoot again, it takes so long time, right? So they are fixing that. Before, what you could do is just to shoot a bullet, bam, and then you stayed zoomed in, and you would not have to wait for the bloom. But then your body would be fully exposed, right? So that's good. Like 50 cal is actually gonna be useful. Other changes: LVOAC. I always get so depressed when I see that, dude, because it's such a shitty gun. But anyway, LVOAC, lightweight M4 got the buff, so maybe they could be useful. Then the shotgun Showstopper AA12 got buff. MG5 got a buff. That's actually interesting, huh? MG5. If that buff is like big enough, you're definitely gonna see me play that. But yeah, I guess that's like it then. Is there anything else that I missed, guys? I think that's all, right?